You actually think whatever you were like in a child, can you change? Do you believe you can change in the future?
Oh yeah, because when your environment changes, your behavior changes. And when your behavior changes, it changes your potential into be something more than what you are. Once your potential changes,
I like that.
your beliefs will change because you're going to say, I believe it. I could be something different, something more. Once your beliefs change, then your values change. This is
Why don't you give me? Can you give me a distinction between values and beliefs?
Beliefs are saying, I believe I can do this. It's understanding with the confidence and conviction that says, I will obtain that goal. That's a belief. Values are what drive us. Values are what gets you up in the morning. Values are what makes you up stay late to fulfill your obligation. Family, values. Health, values. So people will do things to be around long enough for their children because they value that. So they become our drivers. They become us that wakes us up in the morning to go maybe to the gym. They eat healthy. So whatever our values are, they drive us, if they're positive or negative values. And that creates our identity of who we are, the I am.
That's good. We'll get back to more of that stuff in a minute.
That's called the 6 layers of our identity.
6 layers of our, okay, we'll have to write that down and come back to it. All right. Now, we're going to go into a little bit of a dark area of your life. I know you talked a little bit about drugs and alcohol when we spoke earlier. What do you, can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah.
What are the challenges you had with those and what lessons you learned from it?
Lessons I learned is it's a temporary high. It's something that's artificial that your body consumes and it takes in and it changes your mindset quickly. But that's a symptom of a problem. I find it's something that when one wants to change, when one wants to become something different, they have to look at why they want to be different. What's going on? So drinking and drugs, finding refuge in a different place is just a symptom that becomes a problem.
I like that symptom that becomes a problem.
Right, because all it is saying, why am I drinking? Why am I looking to change my mindset? Because I'm not happy. When one is truly happy and fulfilled, there's no need to change. Because that's what our goal is, to become happy and peaceful. So once having that challenge, and that was my vice, and then my mental state needed that, then my body was asking for it after such a long period of time, where it got to the point in 1996 where I was throwing up my liver. I was on a 5-day binge in a hotel room, drinking over a liter of alcohol a day until my brother-in-law found out and my sister where I was at, and they knocked on the door. And when they knocked on the door, I was just at the point, and this is another area of my life where I'm sharing this because other people may have gone through this or going through it. I was ready to take my life. I was in the bathtub because I had lost a lot. My dad said, I'm going to change the locks on the door. You're not helping yourself. You lost your job. So it was to the point where I was very, very down. And for me, I'm very spiritual. I felt the enemy had me there. And when I was ready to take my life with the razor blade, then I hear the voice that says, it's not your life to take, Ruben. It's not your life to take. So when I heard that, it's like, there's no way. But I lost everything. So then I was sitting there reflecting, and then that's when I asked God, well, what do you want me to do? Just allow me. What do you want me to do? And he says, stand up. Stand. Just stand up, and you can do it. And this is where my book, Stand, comes into play. Stand, and it's inspired by him. So it said, okay, God, just tell me what I got to do. And that's why what I do with the homeless, I deal with the youth in juvenile hall. I speak to the parolees because that was part of the mission where he allowed me to live back then to fulfill what he has for me in the future.